He is risen.
I'm not breaking tradition. He's risen indeed.
It's the Trinity MMO show. He is risen.
He's risen indeed.
Welcome.
That.
Yes, but that's the official recording of the start the show. That was just the.
I'm not official? Oh, I see how it is. Wow, Dad. Just wow. Ching, that's how you think of your own son. Okay.
Welcome to episode 81 of the Trinity MMO show. This week on Trinity MMO show, daily quest to the Game Masters. Name that game with Solomon. Our main story quest. Terms and acronyms. Some you're going to find rather funny and humorous, okay? Your Escort quest, the 9th song from Maestro SirJahzeal's top 10 MMO song, encores our world events. We are always so glad to have you join us for some good old MMO news and MMO opinions.
Get ready!
The Trinity in the show's title refers to a group of three closely related persons or things or threes. In our case, a three of threes. The first Trinity, of course, being the Holy Trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Second Trinity is the MMO Trinity of Tank, Healer, and DPS.
Yeah!
The third Trinity, as you can count it, there's 1, 2, 3 of us. And guess what? That's also 3 there. That's a 3 of threes. So you have 3 of threes, and that makes the Trinity coming out all over the place.
Boom goes the dynamite.
As always, we are happy, so glad to have you guys here. Happy to have our MMO RPG experts to guide you and me, our sensei of MMO news and games, SirJahzeal.
Hello.
Our resident YouTuber at Coffee and RPG, Solomon SK.
Your Senpi.
And then there's me, Kennethan. Each week we quest with you to bring you MMO news and MMO opinions. And now hit the first song. It's time for some quest! That's right. Where we, the Game Masters, quest with you. Give you some tip and news, things we pulled up in our own little world, okay? It's not everything. But if you want everything, go read Massively OP, okay? But this is just our stuff. Final Fantasy XIV, patch 6.1, also called Newfound Adventures, arrives this Tuesday, April 12th. The patch notes are out if you want to know more. I'm excited. I plan on getting back online for Final Fantasy XIV on Tuesday. I've been doing my Tuesday night Final Fantasy XIVs in the past, so it fits perfectly with that. So there you go. Blizzard, you know, those makers of World of Warcraft, well, they still have content coming out to the current, Shadowlands thing. So if you want the sepulcher of the first ones, where it continues to release its in slow molasses drip format on World of Warcraft's Raid Finder, with the third wing of the raid opening up this past week. Good news if you still want to take part in the raid when the conclusion is already known and the epilogue has already happened. So we get, but that's also a recap of the portions of the game currently in the past test server as a rollout of Zul'Aman on the Burning Crusade Classic, just in case you missed previous announcements about all of this. That I, of course, got from Massively OP. So, yeah, I wasn't trying to plagiarize him. I'm giving him credit for that. Blizzard also has Wrath of Lich King rumors. I hear they're going to have an expansion for Burning Crusade Classic. It's called Wrath of the Lich King. So we'll see if they do that. But apparently this is also a game from Massively OP. Break out your warmest Gore-Tex coats and fluffiest Uggs, because the WoW community is surely going to Northrend. It's all but officially confirmed at this point that the legacy version of the game will be rolling out Wrath of the Lich King in the future. While Blizzard hasn't officially given official dates yet, it's all but winking and nodding in that direction. Wowhead notes that the studio sent out a survey last month asking about Wrath of the Lich King. This week, the logo for the famous expansion was found buried deep in the latest patch, on top of the code teasers from last month. The site also noted that there is an indication from these files that Blizzard may be positioning itself to host Burning Crusade Classic only servers in the future as well. Massively has been on a Wrath watch over the past several months, noting instances when mentions to the expansion have popped up in and around WoW Classic. With Blizzard announcing the next steps for the World of Warcraft franchise this month, there are hopes they will finally get the details out when Wrath Classic will arrive. And I, for one, am going to buy that, and I will push the button, get my character up to the right level to get there. More Blizzard news. Overwatch 2, not quite MMO, but hey, you know, they have map. What's far more interesting this week is a walkthrough Overwatch 2's map design, which has also just been released for fans to pursue. New Queen Street and Colosso are the first two maps from the new game mode push, while Circuit Royale is a new Escort map and Midtown is a new hybrid map. They'll be available to play in the first beta on April 26th. So if it's worth checking out on that, so it's worth checking up on the design philosophy ahead of that testing. Again, from Massively OP. Dune Space Wars. Yes, there's an MMO coming up for Dune. Introduces the Fremen course. That just feels like one of those dud things, right? As the next playable faction, and early access is coming out on April. Atreides, Harkonnen, Fremen, and Smugglers are the 4 classes you can play during the early access. Final little tidbit is Crowfall, the game I did kickstart many years ago. It came out this past year, which got then eventually sold to another company. Patch 7.700 with unique campaigns and campaign configuration is out. Not that I care. I've not been playing it, so there you go. That's my stuff. Now we go to.
Give us a hard time for Star Citizen.
What about Star Citizen? I didn't see anything. What? The new.
Oh, no, I'm saying you give us a hard time about Star Citizen.
Oh right, yeah, that's true. But hey, Crowfall came out.
Yeah, but
Mic drop. All right,
that you
and now
abandoned.
Now SirJahzeal, it's time to give us his daily quests.
Yeah. Where did I put them?
On the document.
Yeah, I know. Somehow I had a dog down here pulling on stuff, and it scrolled all the way down to the bottom. So, there it is. Lost Ark. You didn't know I was going to cover that, did you? Of course I am, because their April-May roadmap finally got released. I was kind of worried there a bit. I thought maybe it was going to go into June, July before we got a roadmap, but they finally got to it. Did not seem to have all that many changes made to it, so I kind of wonder what was going on there. But some of the things that we can be looking forward to is we're going to be getting South Vern, which is going to be Tier 3 continent. Item level of 1340 is going to be required to go into that. So if you haven't got there yet, well, get moving. We will get 2 new classes, 1 a month, I guess. I wish they'd move a little faster than that if they want to catch up, because I think we're like 16 classes behind everyone else in the world. But we got Glavier and Destroyer. Glavier looks pretty fun, uses a glaive, that's the name. You can do some medium and close range stuff, DPS there, pretty fun. Again, gender locked to female, so I know some of you don't like playing female characters, so that's out. But if you like playing the male characters, Destroyer will be coming out as well, which, as you probably remember me saying, was supposed to be released with the initial release here in North America and Europe, but they pulled it. Well, now we're going to get it finally. And of course, I've put so much time into my current class that I don't think Destroyer is going to be my main like I intended originally, but definitely going to be on my alts. That's a super fun guy. That's going to be, he's got the big Warhammer and does some awesome damage and effects as well. So it's good to see that he's been put back on there, and we'll be able to play him here in another month. We also have another Guardian raid, which is Descaluda. That is item level 14, 15. So that's, I don't have any friends that are up that high yet. So I don't know anybody that's going to be, I'm not even that high on my character yet. So we've got some time though. We'll all get up there, and hopefully we'll be able to group up and do that together. From knowing that raid, that Guardian raid in particular, on the Russian servers that I was playing on, it is rough. You need to do your stuff. Please, if you are that got that item level and you're ready to go when it's released, please go watch the YouTube videos on how to do the fight before, because you are going to just, he's going to wipe the floor with you if you don't. It's rough. It's a really tricky dance to do. So if you're looking for a challenge, if you think that the Guardian raids so far have been too easy, they've got something coming for you really soon here in the next month or two. That's going to challenge you. Believe me. We also have UI updates that are mostly oriented with like partying up with people and that kind of stuff. But there's some other little tweaks here and there that they're making the UI a little bit more user friendly, and I approve of what I've seen so far. It looks great. There were some other little knick-knack things here and there as well, but those are the main big things that I wanted to share today. We also, moving on, have EverQuest news, not EverQuest 2, the original, vanilla EverQuest, classic, whatever you want to call it. Jin Chan has dropped a producer's letter to mark the game's man, it still gets me, man, 23rd anniversary.
Wow.
I just can't, I remember, man, it's been 23 years. It just, every time, I can't get over it. I don't know, guys. It's weird. It does not feel like that long ago that I was playing that game, but it's their 23rd anniversary, and not only recapping where the game has been, but also where it is, and a roadmap. Here we go with roadmaps again on where it's heading, including the promised new progression servers that start from vanilla and work their way through. Different rule sets will be in each of those as well, just to mix things up and make them a little bit more fun. You also have the someone's messing around in there and put extra letters into a word and it messed me up now. You also have the those are dropping on the 25th of May 2022. And also, we have part 2 of their current anniversary event is going to be launching here in another week or two. So they make it look like they are definitely active. They are working on content. They have supposedly content for several years ahead. So hey, maybe we're going to make it to 30 years with this game. Certainly looks that way, and it does kind of give me that itch to maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to see what they've done. I am a little curious and would like to get in the game maybe and just casually check it out, but we'll see where that goes. And a third thing here is actually something that was added in. I was going to talk about something else related to Blizzard, but this is just as good. I think that Kennethan added in here to talk about the rumors going around about World of Warcraft and its next expansion. Maybe some of you have heard it, maybe you haven't, but apparently some of those tricky little hacker type people have gone into the code and they have found tons of references to dragons and drakes and things, and even found some artwork. And we're thinking that the next expansion is going to be called Dragonflight. Now, there are some people that are thinking, oh, maybe this was just something they put in there for April Fool's Day. Problem is, they were finding stuff before April Fool's, so okay, that if it was just that, yeah, maybe they were leading up to it and just kind of yanking our chain a little bit. Problem is, there's been new things added into the back end of the game since then, even the last couple of days. So, thinking that's not an April Fool's joke, we are going to be getting Dragon Isles. I can just already taste it. I think this is a real thing, guys. Now, does that mean SirJahzeal's going back to World of Warcraft? I don't know. This last couple of expansions, I've just been kind of nah. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm definitely interested. I'm going to keep up with it. I know Wowhead has been posting things as things are discovered. Like I said, there's been lots of references to drakes and dragonflights, and they posted all there for you to see that they're not just making this stuff up. It is actually in the game files and in the folders they're hidden away. Well, not very well apparently, because it seems like lots of people are finding lots of information. But I can say that there's at least some kind of nugget of truth in there, and I don't think it was an April Fool's joke, because they didn't really make a big deal out of it for April Fool's, for one, and for the other, like I said, they've still been posting things into the back end of the game. So the other argument was, oh well, they don't typically do like one-word names. Well, that's not true. We had Legion, we had Cataclysm, we had Shadowlands, which is current. Those are all one name expansion names. So they're not all Wrath of the Lich King or Burning Crusade, the Burning Crusade, or that we have had one name expansions. So it definitely could be Dragonflight. So we'll keep you updated here. And if I find any more juicy back-end secrets to tell about World of Warcraft's next expansion, then you'll hear it here, because I'm still interested. I still have a little... I don't know if it's hope or if it's just, man, I really want the game to be good again, because I kind of do miss playing it. So we'll let you know. And that's all the news I have for today.
Yeah, the Master OP podcast with Justin and Bree, they were like, hey, Guild Wars 2 had End of Dragons. So all the dragons flew off to Azeroth. Now they're going to be there. So, and as for...
By the way, Black Desert Online is free. Just wanted to throw that out there.
So is Lost Ark. Okay.
It's normally not free. It's $10 minimum.
Oh, BDO's free now. Okay, there you go. Okay. And
just
as for
April,
right?
April 13th. Yeah, until April 13th.
Yeah.
Okay. And as for editing a document, I was taking out a letter you had in there, and I was adding in letters.
Oh, I just
and those
saw
kind of
stuff
things
moving
you're
around
not
and I went,
supposed to talk about, okay? You just kind of ignore it. Oh
can't.
my gosh. Behind the scenes stuff you
Can't.
bring forward, All right,
Can't
anyways.
ignore.
It's time once again to name that game with Solomon SK. I'm not playing the music this time, okay? So,
Hey.
what do we have today? Oh, you want to play it? I want to redo it. I want to do it better, yo.
What?
It's
Gotta guess the game.
What? We gotta see that game.
We gotta guess that game.
Name that game, because we're going to guess. We're going to guess. We're going to guess.
No, nothing beats the original, Dad.
Oh,
I
yes.
have several versions of it. That's why. So
the very first one you sent us, that was the best.
the very first one.
Yeah.
That's like a bebop type of one.
Well, they're all that, but like the first one of the list that you sent us. Anyways,
I'll play it. I find it. Or scroll up.
They all had a special something.
All right. We'll just get to it.
Well,
I might do two, because the two that I have in mind, they're fairly easy.
Okay.
So, first one. Okay. The first one's an MMO.
Okay, MMO. Guild Wars 2.
Let me pull it up here. No.
Too many MMOs? Maybe.
No, this one's fairly easy. You'll probably get it.
Rift.
Very soon. No, it's not Rift.
Warhammer Online. I'm just gonna go run this. Dark Age of Camelot.
Nope.
Wait, go ahead. Give me.
It came out exactly 12 years ago.
I was going to say 23 years ago. 12 years ago.
MMO.
So 2010. 2010. No, not Planet Side. That was before that, I think. 2010. This is a game that he would play. Remember this? Well, 2010. A new game, right? It's the first time launch of a game, you're saying? Right? This is not an expansion. This is the actual release of the game in 2010.
Yep. Uh-huh.
So 2010, I started claiming games in not Rift, okay, or obviously not Defiance. It could be Defiance, but no. Is the genre space or sci-fi?
Yes.
Star Trek Online.
Yep, that is it. See, I told
Oh
you.
wow, well done. I didn't know anyone actually bought that as a kit like that. You know, it's a free to play game.
Yeah, this is the collector's edition. Well, actually, when it first came out, I don't think it was free to play.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong about that though.
It wasn't.
So
I was there.
yeah, this was
I played
easy.
it.
So yeah, this is the wait. Actually, let me pull up my second camera here. There we go. So this is the collector's edition. If you see at the top there, it says exclusive, GameStop exclusive.
Ooh, GameStop.
Yep.
Enterprise Starship included. Fly the classic flagship of the Federation, right there on the top.
Wow.
Starship exclusive. It comes with all the other stuff here too. So I'll go ahead and open it here.
I was gonna say Eve, but I didn't think about Star. Yeah, that's right. Star Trek Online is about 12 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the actual box. Look at the back. Has
Ooh, there you go.
Right. We'll
Pretty.
Like so. Oh
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
I didn't even
Did it work?
know that.
Did it go off?
No, I think it's just a piece of plastic.
Okay.
So then this turns over. And then I'll just go ahead and pull out the contents inside here. Oh, it's actual pen. Like you actually have these little
pen. You know, like a pen here for my capture the killer thing.
Yeah.
You put it on your vest there. You should lay your vest up with pens.
No, that actually looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it personally. 1 or 2 is probably no big deal.
Oh, it came with a beta key. Cryptic
Oh,
Studios.
beta key. Beta key. Oh my gosh, that's so.
You know, I should have gave these out, but I did it. Hang on, let me pull this out.
You didn't know us then. I'll forgive you.
Guest pass.
Oh, nice.
See that? Came with a guest pass. Oh, it's so shiny. It's like you can see.
Yeah,
the
it
reflection.
is. See the ring light reflection in it.
See the guest pass codes. I mean, I guess if you guys want to claim it, go ahead. I don't care. I don't think it really matters. The game is free to play.
It's free to play now.
Yeah. So
I tried it a couple years ago.
Though, because like these are actual like cards. Like you could actually like punch out, right? Like they made the guest pass really fancy for some reason, but I do appreciate the effort. You know.
True.
The art of Star Trek Online.
The art.
It's it even has the disc inside.
No, I was thinking like the art of. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at the game like a year or 2 ago. I'm like the art. Oh my gosh, the art.
I might have accidentally showed my product registration key, but I really don't care at this point.
Again, you know, yeah.
Okay, so again, you got
Do. There's a rumor I think I saw that season 3 of Picard to bring back the old gang of TNG. Like,
Oh, you know what's really interesting? Picard, I'm pretty sure it was Picard or some other Star Trek show ended up using 2 of the ships from Star Trek Online, so now they're canon.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, because that rarely happens. And surprise, surprise, I still have the receipt, and it's so faded I can't even see it. Oh my god! Oh, there we go.
I play Star Trek Online, and they actually use the voice actors. You know, I was actually playing a couple of quests where I was with 7 of 9, and it was the actress, Jay Ryan, who was doing the voiceover of it. That's kind of cool.
So this was $87.39.
That was back in 2010. Wow.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of country conditions are now more expensive, so you can see it. That price went up.
Everything's inside.
That's cool.
Okay. All right. Let's do. And this one's gonna probably be pretty easy too. So let's do a second one because that was way too fast. Second one.
We're doing 2 today. It's a 2 for the day.
Although I
Do it for
probably
Tuesday.
shouldn't, because
Wait,
my
no.
my collection isn't that is not endless, but we'll do it. We'll do it anyways.
Oh yeah, is well.
No, we'll do it. We'll
Oh,
do
well-
it. I want to do
Well, I
it.
might just
We'll
do
come
like
up with something else.
I might
mean,
try to do the same thing. I don't have the things that you've got, but maybe I can pull out my old disc boxes, you know, and then show
Yeah,
those off.
sure. So this game came out before 2010.
Before 2010. Okay. Is it an MMO?
No, it's not an MMO.
An FPS?
It can be played in FPS or in first person shooter. Yes.
Is it high fantasy?
No.
Is it sci-fi then?
Partly yes.
Warhammer?
No.
If I say that, you're gonna say what game? Because there's a lot of different games out there. So, first-person shooter. It's not high fantasy, but it's not sci-fi. It's kind of in between, which puts it like a perfect world type of thing. I don't know, like a. We did Last of Us last week, so that's not gonna be at that.
That's my only copy of Last of Us. I refuse to. Anyways.
First person shooter wise, that's why I'm like, And before 2010, it's not. Is it a Fallout game? Fallout New Vegas, say?
I thought we already did New Vegas. No? Oh wait, we didn't do New Vegas, did we?
I don't think we
Although
did.
I
But,
do have that, but it's not New Vegas.
okay.
Did
I
we do
mean-
New Vegas?
Well, I have all the games here we did. Assassin's Creed, Metal Gear Solid 5, Creed 2, Terra Online, Guild Wars, Nightfall, Age of Empires 3, and Last of Us. So no.
Okay, well, I guess New Vegas will be coming up maybe next week, maybe next year. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
who
no, it's not
knows
New
when.
Vegas.
First person shooter before 2010. Is it? Okay, did it come out after 2000?
Yes.
Okay, so it's the window there. First person shooter. Oh my gosh, this is where I'm going to lose it. I don't have a lot of first person shooter information. Is it a console only game?
No.
Okay, so I was going to say I would say Mass Effect. That's science fiction. Oh my gosh.
Although I did say it is partly science fiction.
Partly I know, but that doesn't mean it's like a like you could say that I was listening to that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein was the first science fiction book ever written. Like I never thought about monster movies, like monsters like being science fiction,
Yeah,
but
Fair enough.
it kind of is science
Fair enough.
fiction. So
Yeah.
oh my gosh, first person shooter, kind of science fiction, which means it's not like a Star Wars, Star Trek. It's kind of science fiction, which puts it
that's what's
maybe
throwing
in
me
the
off, is they
future.
being partially.
Well, see, Fallout 4 would be kind of a science fiction, but it's not quite, you know. I get that's why. If you go with like, I need a lifeline. Can I call it a lifeline?
You were so close.
I'm so close with Fallout.
Yeah. Maybe it was Mass Effect. Maybe it was one of the games you mentioned.
No, because that's a console only game. I mean, now you can
No,
play Mass
yeah.
Effect on a PC, but back then it was
Yeah.
console only. So Mass Effect, KOTOR, Halo, those are all console only games. You can play them now on the PC, but they were at the time console. It's like basically before 2010. So you say close to Fallout? Well, there's like not Uncharted. What's not Far Cry? Is it Far Cry 3,
I would say which
2?
one, but no, it's none of the Far Cries. Is Far Cry science fiction? That's more like adventure archaeology, ain't it?
Well, I mean, it's a different kind of world. That's why, you know.
I wouldn't consider it sci-fi, to be honest.
Okay. Jurassic Park.
No. That's a good guess though, but no. I don't know why I'm laughing.
Roller Coaster Tycoon. No, you said it's first person shooter.
What?
I know. You said it's a first person shooter. I asked for a lifeline. I'm drowning
I
here,
give
man.
out- It is an RPG. It's an action RPG.
Action RPG, ARPG. So Diablo, no.
No multiplayer whatsoever.
Diablo, I don't play at all.
No. That's isometric. Anyways.
Action. Oh, it's okay. Action ARPG.
It's not an AR. Yeah, just focus on the role playing. It's an RPG.
Elder Scrolls, like Morrowind. I don't know. About what's it called?
Kinda. You're getting warmer.
What's that?
You're getting
Skyrim.
warmer. No, it's not Skyrim.
I think Skyrim came out pre-2010, didn't it?
I wish I bought the collector's edition for that. I don't have it, but it came with this awesome dragon, and I'm kicking myself for not getting it at the time.
Not Dragon Age.
I would say which one, but no. None
know.
of the Dragon Age games.
Okay, come on, SirJahzeal.
You're so close. Okay,
I'm so close.
Because I got the last one, man.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
What's that game where they have that not time travel? Is it
Time Splitters?
Gosh. No.
It's not.
I think you're talking about
that,
it was like an eye. You know, I think it was an eye. I can picture it. There's a game where, gosh, first-person shooter RPG from Bethesda, not id or but
third clue.
Oh,
Todd Howard was the director for this. Yep, Fallout 3.
What?
I was thinking that for the last 5
what?
minutes, and I'm like, no,
Fallout
that's
3.
too obvious.
Fallout 3.
You
I
said
said
New
New
Vegas.
Vegas. I said New Vegas, but you didn't say. Oh my gosh,
Dude, I've been thinking that the whole time, and I just kept my mouth shut because I was like, that's too obvious.
Well, I
No,
mentioned
like I
New
said,
Vegas. You said no. Okay, and so I
did
thought,
say
okay,
it,
it's
because
not
it
a
wasn't New
Fallout.
Vegas.
Close.
I
know.
And then you said Morrowind, like getting warmer.
I get the idea of the fact that it's yeah. It's past time. Last time you Fallout, you go, which one?
Fallout 3 was
like,
great.
Right. Fallout 3. So, admittedly, when I first played Fallout 3, I didn't like it, but I was totally wrong. It's one of the greatest intellectual properties in my opinion, just because it uses the retro futurism aesthetic. Some people call it retro sci-fi, but you might think of like actual sci-fi movies from like the 40s and 50s, which isn't entirely accurate. So that's why I use the term retro futurism.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about this collector's edition is that it actually is a lunchbox.
Yeah.
It's a functional lunchbox, and it actually, although they're typically bigger, it actually, back in the in the 50s and stuff, they actually use tin, instead of the plastic stuff that we have in the 80s and 90s.
Bigger what? The lunchbox is supposed to be bigger?
Well, yeah. This is way too. I think this is like, okay. So
well, I'm just thinking you're adult now, right? When you were a kid, it probably wasn't that big.
No, so this is an actual lunchbox that I used.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right, and see how. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So typically,
okay.
So okay. Little side story to kind of digress. When I first moved to this country, very first lunchbox I ever used without speaking a word of English was this GI Joe one.
Oh, cool.
So that's why I have this.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, but does it have a thermos?
Yeah, it does actually.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. See?
Oh my gosh.
That was when you were a cool kid, dude. If you had a thermos in there that matched it. Yeah.
Isn't that cute? This little Solomon comes to the shores of the U.S. not speaking any English, and he's got a G.I. Joe lunch bucket. There you go,
So
that's how you assimilate.
He would have been a cool kid.
You're not
that,
wrong.
Dude.
No, I think I was a total dork. A kid that didn't speak English.
But
that's probably
true.
This lunchbox isn't the actual lunchbox that I used when I was in kindergarten. I just bought it at Etsy for $50.
Okay, yeah.
I really wanted it. I
Right.
really wanted it. I just wanted to experience.
No, fair enough.
That. You know what I mean? So, anyways, there's my
Yeah, I was gonna
lunchbox.
say, in the 70s and 80s, we still had the aluminum or tin
Right,
lunchboxes.
right. Then
Yeah.
they started using plastic in the 80s and 90s. And so,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
again, here's the lunchbox. Again, there's a little flip here, right? So you got the game. I'll just kind of take it out one by one, as you can see, and I'll show the contents later.
Yeah,
And that's
Fallout
cool
3.
packaging.
My
What's
first
up?
Fallout was 4. So, oh, you got a little.
That's a little bobblehead.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This gives me one +1 strength, right? No, I don't know. It doesn't have any moves in this Fallout.
Well, it's like can't see it. Behind me is a bobblehead right over here,
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Fallout 4 is what I got myself into. I didn't know about Fallout before that. I never played Vegas or 3 or anything else, so interesting. Prepare
Vegas
for the
was so good,
future.
dude.
Oh, Vegas. I think Vegas is by far. No, I shouldn't say my favorite. I think 3 is still my favorite, but Vegas is definitely a close second.
Yeah.
Is that? Let's see. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start with the art book. It's smaller. It's not as big as the one from last week, say from The Last of Us, but it's
Right?
still pretty neat, you know. Oh, here we go. I'll switch cameras here soon. Let me do some multitasking here. Right. So again, here the art,
That's
various
cool. Yeah.
characters, you know, the landscape and whatnot. So pretty neat little book. Again, still has that new book smell that I always say in all my and so it's really cool. It comes with like this little like a floppy disk cover almost. The making
Oh,
of
okay.
Fallout 3. Right?
Yeah.
Which is really cool. It has a CD inside. I don't think I've ever watched this. And even the printed on the CD is like an old like film canister.
Yeah. The film reel. Yeah.
Yeah, film reel. That's what I meant. Yeah. Which again, so there's a little attention to details that's really cool that I appreciate about
Yeah,
these
not
sort of
like
collector's
the
editions.
non-canvas bag I got. I'm not really as mad as everybody else with that one, but it did say
Oh,
canvas
that's
bag, and then
funny.
they sent these
It
plastic ones
said-
instead.
Right.
I mean, I said
And
my
then they
plan's
have
not
their
to.
standard. Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying my plan was
I
never to
would've-
have it out of the bag. But I also have it out of the bag anyway. So, yeah, cool.
Yeah, but
Comes with the CD.
I would have been because I almost bought that, and I would have been upset if. I mean, not throwing a hissy fit or anything about it, but
I mean, I bought the helmet. The bag would have been.
true.
I put the bag away anyways. I wouldn't be using the bag, so.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
like,
still false
good point.
advertising.
Yeah, I
false
know.
advertising at the end
Right.
of the day, you know.
They're like, make your own bag.
And I know they said I could have gotten one. I never pulled the trigger. I'm like, I really don't care. You know, wasn't a big
I
of a
actually
deal.
don't have the receipt for this game. I usually do, but this one I guess
Shocker.
I didn't have it. And Xbox, oh yeah, so they actually sold DLCs in these little cards,
Oh yeah.
and I bought what is this? Mothership Zeta
Mm.
DLC. So it's kind of like having a physical copy, but not really.
Yeah.
That is it. Thank you for playing.
All right. Thank you so much for doing that. Now we're going to be going to the main story quest.
It is time once again for the main story quest, where the Trinity Bros give you their MMO opinion.
That's right. This is where we give you our MMO opinion on topics that we come up with. Sometimes crazy, sometimes good, sometimes, I don't know, just off the cups of our demented minds. I don't know. Anyways, this week came from our good friend Solomon. Had a really good idea. Okay. And it was like, what terms and acronyms do we still use or no longer use in RPGs? Okay. So I'm going to start off first because the fact that when I first started playing Dark into Camelot, it was all text based. And you start reading this stuff, you're like, what's AFK? Away from keyboard. Oh, okay. You know, what do you mean mob, right? Well, it's an old term from EQ. It's the people, you know, like mob, or I forget what it means. Monster. You also have like, of course, mostly we hear so AOE, area effect, DPS, which is damage per second. HOTS, which is heals over time. And you also have dots, damage over time. All those kind of things. And so those kind of things we still use today. I mean, every game has new stuff because the example is like when you talk about guilds, I still use the word guild generically, but you go to play Final Fantasy 14, they're called free companies. So it's a little different there. Tells, it literally was, it should be, it's the whisper or the talking with someone, you just call them tells. So I'm curious, Solomon, you had some ideas of a full list of things and you had some funny ones. So why don't you share some things you got there?
So I'll tell you where this list is at the end of the segment because I don't want to give it away. But although it's pretty easy if you just Google it. So actually, HOTS is a term I actually haven't heard in a while. That's actually really interesting.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe it's because of the MMOs that I play. Yeah, I have not heard that for years, it feels like. So most of these are going to be ones that I haven't heard of. Give me your opinion if you still use these terms because I don't play every single MMO, obviously.
That's us older people here, huh?
Yeah. What about AE? What's that?
AE?
Yeah.
Is AE area effect?
Yeah, area effect. I haven't heard that in years.
Yeah, I haven't heard people say AE, but I have people say it's area effect, but not shortened up to AE.
AOE, yeah.
No, it's area of effect.
AOE. Everybody just uses AOE effect now. It's AE. Yeah.
Well,
but AE, I haven't heard that term in like 10 years, I feel like.
Okay, so AOE is similar to AOE. Okay, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so AE, AOE, I mean, I think they're different enough, but everybody just says AOE these days now.
Yeah, right.
Here's a term that I haven't heard in a while. BOE.
Bind on effect?
On equip.
Bind on equip. That's right. Yeah. When you pick up an item, exactly. A weapon or armor, and if you equip it, it binds on equip. They still do that. Today,
So I hear bind BOP more than I hear BOE.
Bind on purchase?
Bind on pickup.
Bind on pickup. Oh, well, yeah. The idea of bind on equip is the fact that you won't give it away or sell it. And if you have to do it bind on pickup, you don't get it. He's like, oh, I'm not touching that thing, which is, I guess, that's the point. You don't want to touch it because someone else wants it. But then the people got pissed off big time. And so they dialed people, oh, we have a timer now. As long as you're still in the dungeon, you have 30 minutes to trade items because you picked up the wrong item. Once you leave the dungeon, then it's on you now. You bind the pickup.
Right. So I think the reason why I personally hear bind on pickup more often is because it just becomes it's such a standard these days now. With the exception of like Black Desert Online, like in that game, you could actually get like the top tier, like for example, like the best weapon you can get is called Blackstar. When you obtain it, you can actually sell it on the market for billions of silver. Like it doesn't bind to you, which I really do like about the game.
Okay.
But typically high end gear for most MMOs, it's bind on pickup. Like when you beat a raid or something, unless you guys have a different experience. I don't know.
What you got? Okay, what's the funny one? You had some funny ones you said. What are the funny ones?
No, I'll get to. There's one in particular.
Sorry. Okay, my bad.
So, and a lot of these, actually, what's really interesting too? When I was going through these, acronyms, a lot of these acronyms are actually used in other games too. It's not just MMOs anymore.
No, not. Right? They come like widespread. DPS.
Yeah.
Well, again, like I said, when I first started playing Dungeon Camelot, these acronyms and these terms, like, what did this come from? They go from EQ. Wait, what's EQ? Right. EverQuest. Okay, well, because these words and stuff carried over. Camelot didn't have it. Okay, but it came out of EverQuest. So people who are playing EverQuest, playing Camelot, they carry the terms over, and so I can see the same terms in MMORPGs carrying over to other games. Because in the old days, some of these games were just single player games. The FPSs were all single player. Start getting multiplayer, then you start dealing with more people. Then you gotta start typing fast. Now you got to shorten everything up, and so everyone pull. That's the thing when texting first started happening. I already knew a lot of the stuff, LOL, Raffle, because I've been playing games so long. I already knew the text language, so I was already hip. Right. When texting came out,
hip. And those two worlds, like they all merge together, mesh together in a way.
Yeah. What else you got?
Corpse Run. I think it's SirJahzeal might know this.
Oh, I know it.
What does it mean then?
The
Does
act
you?
of retrieving your corpse after you died.
I was going to let him answer it. Yeah. So next time you say,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
JahzeaL, next time you
I'm
say
sorry.
you know it, just say it, okay? Don't be prompted. Just say it.
Sorry, I'm being
So-
polite.
Again, one of those things that people don't use anymore because it's such a World of Warcraft thing, and going back to your dead body is not something that most MMOs do these days anymore. You just res on like a shrine or something,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my gosh, running back to your
Um,
body. You don't have to, but you lose your equipment. You know, your gear goes knocked down, and of course you got to run back now. So when you're running back dead, you don't have to worry about the mobs in between.
Here's another one I haven't heard in a while. DD. You guess if you want.
No, I don't know.
Direct damage.
Direct damage.
Yeah, I don't. I might have
Okay.
heard this once, like maybe like a dozen years ago.
Yeah, me same here.
Not something
fallen out of
that
favor.
people ever use anymore. So this is something that I haven't heard in a while too. It's like saying YOLO. Nobody ever says that except me. I use it ironically though. FTL and FTW.
FTL, F2W. FTL.
I know you know this, Ken.
I know, so I'm thinking. Well, I think LW means losing and win, I think, right? For the
Right.
loss, for the win.
Yeah, there you go. See, no one uses that anymore.
Why would you use it though? I mean, what's the context? You know, for the okay, for the win. I mean, oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
for
see.
the win.
Okay, FTL is FTW is used a lot. Okay, I've even used it, right? For the win, or it's like
Right?
you'd like say, hey, positive something FTW or for the win. Yeah, but for all the lose, that one I'd never really heard before.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember using that a lot, but again, that was like 10 years ago. No one uses that term anymore.
Nowadays they just call you, give you people showing their L's now, I guess.
Now, here's an acronym that I've never heard of, but it's on this list. IAP.
IAP.
Yeah, and this is very relevant to the types of games we play, especially MMOs.
IAP. Why that sounds like could be. I don't think it's something to do with how you roll for loot. You know,
It's not.
in-app purchases.
There you go. Wow.
Well, Yoshi did it. No, Yoshi did it in the chat.
Oh.
Give one for the Yoshi,
well,
man.
Yeah.
Well,
In-app purchases, but
I don't.
yeah.
I never
It's
heard
there.
that before. But okay.
I'd never heard that either. Yeah. Let's see. You have other ones that we all know, like kiting.
Yeah.
KOS is in here, but it's not.
That's
It's
kill
kill on
steal,
site,
right?
but
Kill on site.
Kill on
not kill
site.
steal.
yeah. So KS is kill stealing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, those aren't terms that I don't think I've ever heard
Not
KOS,
recently.
but kill stealing once in a while you still hear that.
Mhm.
LEET, obviously LEET, LFG, LFM.
Yeah.
People, and now the new one is LEET because thanks to the brothers. Never mind. But here's the part that I actually never heard of, and I guess people don't use this, is LFT, looking for team.
Oh.
For me, it's always looking for group. I've never heard anyone say LFT, but apparently this was a thing too.
Looking for team. I mean, LFGs I always did. Looking for
Yeah,
a group
people
or
still use
looking for a
LFG.
member. Yeah. I use
Right,
LFG
right.
or not LFT. All right. No.
Now, so you guys are the World of Warcraft players. Maybe this is something that you guys use, but I haven't really seen it used. LOM. With a capital O.
JahzeaL.
Low on mana.
Low mana. Okay. Yeah, I have seen that.
Have you seen that? Okay.
I have seen
I have never
low mana. Yeah, now you mentioned LOM, so it's low on mana. Yeah.
And what's really interesting is that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I don't remember how much if I said it. I mean, I used to be a healer in World of Warcraft. I don't remember saying that, but it's one of those things where you're in voice chat, you might be talking, hey, I'm low on mana now. Or even when I'm doing like playing League of Legends, you know, hey guys, I'm low on mana. You know, typing it in, yeah.
What's interesting is that even if the game doesn't have like called the energy mana, if you say mana, people understand what you're talking about,
Yep.
which I find is pretty interesting.
Yep.
One of those remnant things that people just kind of carried on. Like, anyways,
Like mobs.
LOS obviously, line of sight. We still
Line of
use
sight,
that. Even
yeah.
first-person shooters use that. Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be pretty hard. This is going to be difficult. What do you, maybe SirJahzeal knows this? I don't know. MMO.
MOO,
Yeah, moo.
not moo. MOO.
This is a real acronym. I've never heard this, but this is geared,
MOO.
this is very niche. And it's not a name of any particular game.
Jahzeal? No?
No. Mud object oriented. So this is specifically for mud online games. Yeah, muds. And then what's a mud? Multi-user dungeon, you know, and
Which
but
Jahzeal did
those are
play.
typically all text-based.
Yeah. I never played them,
Here's another.
but Jahzeal did.
Neither have I. Yeah, that was kind of before my time. I was playing Carmen Sandiego. Here's another term people don't use anymore is mule. You guys remember those?
Yeah.
Yep.
People still make them. Well, they talk about games not having to make a mule anymore. You know, Final Fantasy 14 has a little people you can call up. You know, what's it called? Like what are they called? They're like carriers. But yeah, people used to make accounts, a separate account, just to put all their gear there as a mule. Yeah, because that's why they call them that.
I haven't had to do that in years.
Storage, I don't. Well, storage space was so bad in some of those games in the past that if you want to keep stuff, they didn't have guild vaults. They have banks, you know, banks or guild banks, whatever else, right? So if you want to carry your stuff, you make a mule, and you actually,
Right. No, I remember doing that too, but I don't recall ever having to do that in any recent MMO.
No, not recently. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Well,
I think it's like
I have people say they've made alternate characters on some games, and they do that as a way to have, I could say ESO is a good example. Is you have an alternate character who only you level up to be crafting, because your character in ESO like craft up like 3 main items, and so you have an alternate account craft up the other stuff. So you have multi-crafting going on if you can. You gotta log in and out. You can't play at the same time. We don't play at the same time.
I wouldn't call those mules though, because mules,
I know.
Under my impression was specifically just to hold items. That's it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I agree. I'm just thinking that's one thing I noticed. I don't recall ever making a mule myself. I've had alts, but never. I used to mail stuff in my alts, but never had a mule like that.
Here's another term that we don't use anymore. At least I don't think so. MT.
MT? Mistel.
Yeah.
Tank.
Or main tank?
No, you got it. Mistel. No, it's Mistel.
Yeah, Mistel. I mean, I used to. That's, oh my gosh. How many? I even do today sometimes. I'll hit. I go, oh crap, MT. And like,
MT.
You know,
people have no idea what we're talking about. What's MT?
Well, I don't know if it's someone. I mean, how recently did that? I think I recently did it. I think I said something right, and I go, oh, MT. I wonder if someone even know what I'm talking about now. Yeah, right? I mean, back in the days of Camelot, I mean, typing was everything you did.
Right.
And if you hit enter, okay, in Camelot, you hit enter, it brings up the last person who sent you a tell or a whisper, okay, whatever it is, right? And if you don't recognize somebody else slid in a comment or a tell to you, hit enter, head out, right? Especially if you're sexting, you should not do, okay? You send the wrong thing to somebody, you're like, oh crap, mistell. Boop.
Well, that took a wild turn.
Well, it's part of what I talk about my bad days.
I know.
Okay? So
I know. Thank you for your honesty.
Sins of the father, do not go to this sign. Okay.
Let's see. OOC. This is very niche too. I actually said this a few times recently.
Combat.
Character.
Out of character? Oh, you know when you're RPing, you're
exactly
out of character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you're in an RP server or an RP guild, and you need to say something, but it's out of character, you just say OOC first, like in brackets, depending on and then you just ask your question. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about we played DN. Go ahead.
No.
Well, I'm gonna say the D&D, right? Whenever you're playing out of character, you go, oh wait a minute. I'm out of character, or I'm metagaming. I'm metaing, okay? So that's like OOC, out of character.
Sorry, what'd you say? You're what?
You're metagaming.
Metagaming? Oh, I actually never heard that.
I think when you're
Interesting, okay.
out, I think it's when you're outside, you're playing a game. You're like, wait, I'm metagaming now, or they tell you could you be metagaming. I mean, my son would do us times when I would play D&D. I would make a comment that was definitely 2020. Does not play into the world he created. He then would joke around. All right, you took 1 point of damage because some kid threw a rock at you. All right, go ahead.
All right, going down. We're in the P's now. This is a term I wish we use more often because the playstyle. I typically like this playstyle more so than anything else, and it's PB AOE.
PV AOE, okay.
Yeah.
I know what AOE stands for. The PV.
Yep, AOE is the same.
I don't know. SirJahzeal?
Point blank.
Oh, PB, point blank AOE. Well, what's the
Yeah.
point? Wait, AOE is area of effect. Why would you point blank your area of effect?
Because here's the thing, though. There's a huge difference between playing, for example, we're playing Lost Ark. There's a huge difference between playing a Berserker and a Mage.
Okay.
They both have mainly AoEs, right? But
Okay.
one of them you have to be up close. And to me, that makes all the difference in the world. I
Okay.
generally like playing AoE classes, but I like playing point blank, like up close, like a warrior does.
Okay. Fair enough.
And so, I mean, if I say, oh, I'm an AoE class, people generally understand what that is. But I think I don't, at the same time, I like dishing out damage up close because if you're AoE, people might think you're a glass cannon, like a mage or something.
Right. Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's just me.
Fair enough.
So we got other ones people still use like proc, pug, pull.
Yeah.
I don't think people use poons anymore.
Poon?
Or pwned. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I owned you. Kind of like a version of
Yeah,
owning someone, right? I pwned you. Like, yeah. I've seen. I think I saw someone recently do that somewhere, but yeah.
I'm bringing that back. I'm gonna start
Maybe
using that
old
now.
school.
Black Desert and Lost Ark.
There you
They'd be
go.
like, oh, you got pwned. Like what?
Pwned. Yeah, bring it back, man. Bring it back.
I don't know about this one. I kind of still use this QQ.
SirJahzeal? Wait.
Meant
eh?
that
No?
you or the other person was crying.
Exactly. There you go. Crying.
Ah, okay.
like
QQ.
like QQ more, like cry more, right? I guess people don't really use that anymore, huh?
I haven't seen
Well,
it.
I guess
in a while.
not.
Yes,
Rect,
it's MMO
obviously,
terminology.
like,
It's
sorry.
sorry. Audience asking, is this MMO terminology? Yes, it is MMO acronyms and terms, trying to bring up those we remember in the old days and
Right.
what they're still using today.
But the thing is, a lot of these acronyms, like actually other games use now too. So it's not just solely MMOs anymore. But yeah,
True. Right. Yeah. Very good point. And text messaging at times. You know.
yeah, that exactly. Yeah. RMT, real money trade transfer. People still use that.
Yeah.
We're in the S's now. I mean, we still, I don't know. T. Oh, this is one that I have not seen in years. Twink.
Twink. Oh, those are. Oh my god, man!
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That
I
is
remember what they
old
actually.
school.
Oh my gosh! I remember people make characters for these, right? They call them twinks. This is
Yep.
they're not mules, okay? SirJahzeal, what does it mean? Was it mind us what a twink is?
It means that it's an alt that has been decked out with all the best stuff from your main.
Okay. You're making it
From
look
your
good.
main?
You're making it look good.
Yeah.
Wow, they actually okay. This might actually have multiple meanings. I haven't read the actual definition it gave. So my impression was, so I haven't heard this phrase used since my Aeon Online
I've not heard
days.
it. Yeah.
This was like 10 years ago, right? So the definition the site gives is it's as a verb, the act of giving currency or valuable items to a newbie. As a noun, refers to a character that has been twinked. I mean, what? In many games, twink characters are visually marked by their level inappropriate gear. So I guess
Right. That's what Joe just said.
So in the context of Aeon Online, when somebody said they're like, say for example, a level 20 twink, it means that they have the best gear for that level at level 20, and they refuse to level up that character anymore, even though the cap might be 50 or 60.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, but the thing is, people don't do twinks anymore.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of like a dirty word almost.
Well, only because it sounds too close to twerking, you know. That's why twink and twerk is too close together, yo.
Oh, maybe that's why. All right. Uber, people used to say that a lot until like I guess Uber the company came out, so people stopped using it.
What? I didn't know that Uber was even used before that. Uber company.
Didn't?
No.
Oh yeah. Uber, like in other words, like super word for like super, like it's amazing. It's
Uber.
Amazing.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I have heard that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry, I did that. My bad.
I'm so glad people don't use this term anymore. WOOT.
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 I still use it all the time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I tell like someone says something, I go, when someone expresses like, yeah, I just had a baby girl, I go, woot, you know, see that, you know, woot.
Wow, you guys are dorks. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. And you know, she's like wooting. See, I go woot woot. I still use it because then I've been around for a while, so. And there's
another term. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm looking at chat. That's all.
Oh. So I got two left. The very last one, I'm gonna say it's not even listed here, but I'm saving it. But the last one here on this list is Zerg.
Oh, Zergs, yep. Use Zerg all the time. That's what they give like, especially in Camelot. There's a Camelot when you're out in the area for RVR, and you all of a sudden see a massive amount of the enemy. I played Albion, you know, the Camelot side, and so you also see Midgardians or Hibernians, all of a sudden, big group just zerging through the area, just like massive, like. You don't want to get caught in that, Zerg, because you're getting wiped out, you know. So
it kind of makes me wonder if people still use that term.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Like obviously, StarCraft 2 is still a game out there that people play, but it's not as prevalent anymore. Right?
Well, I'm thinking like
where you can actually play the Zerg.
Well, I'm thinking like when people like play Guild Wars 2, the WVW, World versus World, right? There's a bunch of people out there. I'm wondering if any of these games, would you see a massive amount of people, if anyone still uses the word Zerg?
Yeah.
You know?
See, there's another acronym: World versus World, WVW or RVR.
Yeah, RVR.
World versus World.
WVW.
Okay, so the very last one, I'm so glad like this is being phased out and no one really does this anymore.
Maybe.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys ready? Ding.
Oh, geez, what's wrong with that? I still use it.
Serious?
Hey guys, I've dinged. You know, ding 30. Hey, congrats, kid. Yeah, thank you. I dinged. You know, I still use it. I did it in World of Warcraft like a couple years ago. You know, when Shadowlands came out, I was on the chat with people, right? You know, I said, "Hey, ding."
No one cares. No one cares.
Oh, they do.
They're like, you're level 10 now. Oh my goodness. Wow. We got a bad.
Auntie M subscribed at your tier 1. Ding. Very good.
Oh my god.
Do it in Lost Ark. See, I think I said do it. Wait. Oh, I have done it in Lost Ark, I think. Haven't I? Ding. I did 30.
Serious?
I did. I think I was streaming, you know. I ding, guys, I hit 38.
There's no rational explanation why I dislike that, but I just do. So those of you who don't know what we're talking about, just in case. So ding, when people say that just means they leveled, because it's if I'm SirJahzeal, was it a original EverQuest or EverQuest 2 thing?
EverQuest.
The original one,
it actually did a ding sound, right?
Right, yes. It actually did a ding sound, yeah.
Right, because I know in other games they didn't a ding. It's like more like something happens, something goes up, right? You hear something like, oh yeah, leveled up, you know. On the images of the WoW, see, it's still being used even by the younger generation. Okay.
So dumb. Okay, but that's it. So
that's fine.
This list comes from MMOs.com. They so their site is still active, but their YouTube channel is dead.
Oh wow.
Which kind of sucks, because they would do MMO news, like, you know, but they haven't uploaded them in a year now, but the site's still up. So yeah, that's where I got the MMO terminology from.
All right, that's cool.
I'll have a link to that down in the description below if you guys want to take a look.
All right, cool.
And,
thank you.
Yeah.
Apparently you said they have Pokemon dings, so
I put the ding sound in
Do do do
our
do
chat.
do do.
you.
Was that WoW? Do 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 do.
Yeah. No, that's Final Fantasy
Oh,
8.
Fantasy. Well, not 8. 14. You mean? What's the?
No,
7.
but
7.
no, that's
No,
7. Yeah, you're right.
no,
right.
I didn't play that. I didn't play 7. But
You
what
had
was
to
this?
because
They
that's
probably-
from 7.
Wait
They
a minute
probably
now.
recycled it. They probably
about this?
recycled it.
MMO leveling sounds.
Yeah, that's 7. Yeah, you're right. It is 7.
Mastery says, here's
Yeah.
one. Which MMO has the best level up and mission complete sounds? This is a poll of the people, okay? Apparently, 4 years ago, so the oldest poll is, Leonard Nimoy congratulating you as Starfleet player in Star Trek Online. That's one of them, you know?
I don't recall that. I know we just unblocked Star Trek, but I don't recall that.
That's the end of the battle sound?
dude.
I mean, oh my gosh, you know? All right. Anyway, thank you so much for doing that. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, as a reminder of the things we've done in the past. I wish I thought the idea, but then again, I'm not perfect, and therefore it's great to have multiple minds. And so Solomon's idea was to do that, and so thank you so much for doing that. Now we're going to do Escort quest.
Hang on.
Wait, what happened?
My brother actually gave me this for my 26th or 35th or 36th birthday.
Your last year?
No. So this is like
Nimoy. Oh, they're Nimoy. Like, it's kind of
yeah, Lemur.
little
Yeah,
glare.
with the signature.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I know.
That's classic. That's old school. That's Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I
Right.
was going through my binder and I found this. I'm like, oh, that's where it was after all these years.
All right, here we go.
Walk with us as we escort you to safety, experience, and the adventure of a lifetime.
All right. Our maestro, SirJahzeal, is on his 9th, that's correct, 9th song of the top 10 MMO songs. So we're going to get close to the end. So let me start the song up that he put here to talk about.
Wait, which one are you playing, SirJahzeal? The first one or the second one?
First one.
Okay.
Second one's just the ding thing I was trying to get him to play.
Oh. Okay, got it. All right, let me turn this down.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
do not let them in. Now this time.
Do not let them in.
That was not the song, but it was a, if you don't know the Wiggles, that was the Open Shut Them song. All right, here we go. Here's the actual song, okay? All right, go ahead and describe the song, Mr. JahZeal.
All right, so those of you who played it and you were there, you probably have tears in your eyes right now. Are you getting ready to? Because this was on the character select screen of a game that should have had more players and should still be here being played. Wildstar. The name of the song was Into the Unknown. No, not the one from the Frozen movie. This is much better. Jeff Kurtenacker, I think that's how you say it. It may be Knacker. I can't remember how to say that last part of his name, but anyway, cool dude. Put a lot of work into several tracks on there, and I don't know. There probably are better songs on the soundtracks. I think they released 2 soundtracks at some point. But the thing is, like, the character select screen, I don't know why, but that song just really takes me back and gives me the feels. Again, it's my list, so, you know.
It's your list, that's right.
I was listening through the soundtrack. Like I said, there was 2 of them. I was listening through them, and I remember this song when I was creating characters, because their character creation was pretty cool in that game too. And it just really took me back, and made me want to play the game again, and it's just such a terrible shame that that game went the way that it did. That people just didn't grab onto it for some reason, and
Yeah.
but we still have the music. So yeah, other than that, like I said, there's not much more information to it, but I just think it's a beautiful piece, and most of the songs on the soundtracks are pretty great for Wildstar. It had some really good music that was very memorable to me, and yeah, so that's number 9.
All right.
Although it may not be number 9 on the
Right.
final list.
Yeah, so we're not, these are not in the order that we're doing it. We're getting there. Next week is number 10, and then the following week, so 2 weeks from now, we'll run them down again, and we'll go through it, special edition, run down in order the 10. We'll go from 10 up to 1, and you go, hooray. If you're watching this on YouTube, wherever you happen to be, like, go ahead, let us know what you think are the number 1 or the best MMO songs you know about. Well, people here in chat, let us know what you think and like, okay? Because a lot of them are music that resonates with us as memory pieces. You know, like say the logon screen for Dark Age of Camelot always gets to me. It's classic. I've always argued that sometimes the logon screen for Final Fantasy XIV is too not classic. You know, so there are times when songs do make and break a game, or can be. But yeah, Wildstar, I did play it. I forget timing. I think it came out in 2014. Like it lasted like only 4 years, if I recall. And I think I don't know what I was doing that time. I must have been something, because you know that I started streaming in 2013. So I was playing Rift and World of Warcraft, Warcraft and some other
really?
stuff. Yeah.
Dang.
That's how I know the
OG.
games I played. I mean, I didn't stream every single game I played, but I played Champions Online, and I played some Rift and World of Warcraft in 2013 on my streams, and as well as playing some other games too. So I don't know what happened to Wildstar. I was playing it offline, obviously, because I was playing it. I remember playing a little bit, but I think it's back to around again. The fact that people I was playing with, if I was playing with it, wasn't playing it. So I'm like, So I remember kind of being
By
kind of fun.
all accounts, that game should have succeeded.
Yeah.
Like it did almost everything right from what I can tell. I mean, it wasn't perfect. No game no game is, but yeah, that game should have done better than it. Well, okay, let me put it to you this way: it should be still online right now, by all
Right.
measures.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm thinking like a good segment could be us like a game throwback. You know, it's just talking on an old game.
Mine would be Tabula Rasa. I still miss that game.
Game that isn't here
Another one that
anymore.
should have done better than it did.
I would still argue Wildstar did a lot, did things a lot better than Tabula Rasa, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I just gravitated towards Tabula Rasa more so than any other extinct MMO out there.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think I saw that game. I don't think I've ever actually tried it. I might have tried it. Who knows? Over the course of my lifetime. All right. That was our Escort quest. I hope you guys got there safely, because that's our intent. If you didn't, if you fell off the cliff, then go ahead and do a corpse run, okay? So I'm not coming down there to get you. Do a corpse run. Ding! Okay, all right. Our world events coming up. We said Final Fantasy XIV. The latest patch is coming out on the 12th. That's coming Tuesday. I will be streaming it. We actually talked about doing a world event for that. You know, because I don't know if y'all is going to be playing 14 or not. ESO is still coming out on June 6th, that we've heard about, for High Isle. They're doing that, as well as a game called The Day Before on June 21st. I haven't seen any changes to this. And don't forget, we'll be at TwitchCon. So come meet us. If you want to meet us in person, we'll be at TwitchCon. So we'll have more announcements and whatnot for that. So come join us. We'll be down there in San Diego enjoying the weather and the twitching and all that kind of stuff. You know, we're going to be twitching. You know.
Switching.
Okay.
And then Starfield, November 11th. Okay, so yeah.
Yay.
But that. I mean, again, like if everybody's going to be down there, we'll announce more of it. But we'll be at TwitchCon. So if you want to join us and meet us in person, we are all West Coasters.
Wait,
so
Do that again. Thanks, Dad.
All right. Our quests are done. The dungeons are cleared. The loot has been distributed. And all the crafting orders have been delivered back to their customers. It's now time to go AFK, which, by the way, if you don't know by this point in our life, it means away from keyboard. Solomon, where can we find you? And what have you been doing?
Still on YouTube. I haven't gotten around making my second channel yet, but this podcast or this Twitch stream will be the first episode from my second channel, and I'll have that on Twitter and my other social medias as soon as I get that finished.
All
But
right.
yeah, Coffee and RPGs.
Yeah, but you can find his videos there. He's been doing some stuff, more targeting on the game. It's kind of fun. You see more detail, but also how he's doing it. SirJahzeal, where can I find you at?
Which SirJahzeal on the weekends. That's it.
Short and sweet, I guess.
Oh,
Getting
and
in. Oh,
Discord.
yeah. And you can find me, Kennethan, at Twitter, on Kennethan Live, or here on Twitch, or other stuff like a Kennethan Locals. And so there you go. Yeah, thanks for being here. We are done. Time to go fishing. I don't fish really. Fishing in Fortnite is very interesting. Okay, you're in the middle of a battle royale and you're stopping fishing. But the fishing's faster, so that's pretty good. Thank you there, Yoshi, for doing all that. And that's it. So we thank you everyone for coming by again for this week, and we'll be back again next week for another edition of the Trinity MMO Show. Bye, everyone.
I'm good, homie.
All right. I'm going to stop.
Check out the further adventures of Kennethan by liking and subscribing and watching me live on twitch.tv/Kennethan.